How the heck are ya? First of all, you might be wondering, where the heck am I, right? So, remember, got the new house, right? I didn't show you guys all of it, but I'm actually down in the basement inside a storm cellar, all right? That's actually built in the basement, which is pretty cool to have, if you're living in the Midwest where all kinds of tornadoes and all sorts of random climate changes, you can experience all 4 seasons in a day. So it's good to have one of these things. But I guess, now that we're facing, something like COVID, man, I hope everybody is staying safe out there, staying healthy. Man, times like this, it's, times that really kind of just makes you sit down and kind of look at the little things that you have in life, and especially when there's nothing out there to do. I mean, you can't go to the store, you can't go to the restaurant, you can't do the things that we take for granted, right? So, lately I've been doing a lot of self-reflection. It's funny because last night, it was a full moon. So, I was outside, I was looking up and, kind of where I live, it's real quiet. I'm surrounded by like a lot of wooded area and, just kind of hearing like the bugs chirp and, just feeling the kind of cool breeze just kind of coming over me. It sounds cheesy, it sounds super corny, but it's like little things like that, being outside and just kind of being at peace and realize, what you have, especially in times like this when, people who don't have a lot or have less than we do are suffering a lot. And, so I just want, just look at yourself and be like, hey, like, look at what you have instead of what you don't have. And just be thankful that you're safe and you're healthy. And, my love and my thoughts go out to everybody that's, been affected by COVID-19 and, especially the hard hit areas like New York, San Francisco, Italy. And it's good to hear that China's finally on the downslope and, it's kind of recovering in that region. And unfortunately here in the States, man, it's just, it's just, kind of having this exponential growth right now. And apparently this week is supposed to be the worst week in, for the rate of rise in COVID. So, man, hopefully everybody out there, I love you guys. Stay safe, please. Slow down, especially, now that we have all this time, please slow down, reach out to people that you haven't reached out to or talked to in a long time. I mean, even though we're supposed to be social distancing, it doesn't mean that, you should isolate yourself from the world and from your friends. Reach out, you can send a text, make a phone call, get on Zoom or whatever, FaceTime, reach out to people, make sure they're okay, because, people who don't think that they can get it, young people like us, we can get it just as easily as, people who are 65 and older. There have been reports, especially, recently, of younger people, getting affected, not by respiratory symptoms, but by things like, this thing manifesting as like diarrhea. So, please be careful, please stay safe. And, if there's anything that you can do, to offer help, please don't hesitate to do that. Because, right now it's when we need to come together, man. And, it's a tough time for humanity, and it's like kind of, we don't know how to deal with it. But, I think in the end, when this is all said and done, it's, I think it'll be a really good, learning experience for everybody, like personally, to look back and say, I was able to appreciate what I had before all this crazy COVID, pandemic started, and look back and say, like, I can't take things for granted. I can't take people for granted. I can't take my life for granted, because who knows? Like, one day I could be perfectly healthy, and the next day, there have been the case when healthy young people, one day they're fine. The next day they're in the hospital in the ICU on a ventilator. So, man, just, if you're living with your family, man, give everyone a hug, tell them that you love them. Reach out to your friends, check on them, be like, hey, are you okay? And, just sit down and realize that the things that we take for granted, the little things that we take for granted each and every day, man, it's those things are actually blessings. You know, we're fortunate to, you know, like those of us who live in the States, you know, we're fortunate enough to have, you know, what I think is the best healthcare in the world. And even though we have all these resources, man, it's like when things, you know, when fit hits the shan, so to speak, you know, and all chaos breaks loose, it's, you know, even resources in this country can become limited, you know. I mean, look at, I mean, I don't know if you guys been going to the store or whatever, going to Costco, going to Sam's Club, but if you go out there, man, half the store is empty, you know, half, you know, all the essential items, you know, the toiletries, toilet paper, people buying up all the toilet paper, everything's empty. So, you know, just be, you know, I guess in my quarantine time, you know, it's kind of like I've been saying to you guys all along since I first started the channel is be thankful, you know, be thankful for the life that you got. You know, life is truly too short to not go and live each day like your last, you know. You know, love with all you got, you know, work hard toward your goals, because you never know when those chances are going to be taken away from you. And it's tough and it's crappy that, you know, everyone, you know, the whole earth, humanity as a whole, that we got to deal with, you know, COVID-19 right now. But, you know, if any good can come out of it, it's, you know, making us kind of sit down and self-reflect and say, hey, man, we got one life to live. It's too short. So make the most of it, man. Spread love, spread that happiness. I love you guys. And stay safe, you know, social distance yourself. But like I said, even though you're social distancing, man, still reach out to people, check on them, tell your loved ones you love them, make sure they're okay, you know, check on your friends. But, you know, hope everyone's not getting super bored out there. You know, maybe like pick up a new hobby. So lately I've been doing, you know, basically a lot of home workouts. Haven't been able to hit the gym, but, finishing a lot of what's been in my Netflix and Hulu queue for the past like 6 months. So I guess that's getting pretty caught up now. Comment down below on what you guys have been doing to keep yourself occupied during this quarantine. Yeah, stay safe, man. Get a new hobby. Like I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and she was like, listing off all these things that she's been wanting to do for a while. And I was like, well, why not do them now? You know, it's the perfect time. You literally have no obligations, especially for those of, you know, you like me who are kind of quarantined from work and basically have just been at home and, you know, trying to get stuff done from home. So, you know, now's the time, you know, whatever, you know, goals you had, you know, whatever things you've been putting off, man, go ahead and attack that, make a plan. And, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, you probably can't go out and do a lot of things that you can otherwise, but after this is over, you know, once you have a plan, you can set that in action. So, you know, even though times aren't ideal right now, the situation isn't ideal right now, you can still make the most of your life, you know. No matter what happens, be thankful, man. Be thankful. If you got the opportunity to give your family members a hug, go do that. But stay safe. I love you guys. Thank you guys for sticking with me through thick and thin, from the start of this channel to weird times like now where, you know, uploads have been kind of limited, you know, now that, you know, we're kind of dealing with all this stuff. But be on the lookout for more food content. I just got some interesting stuff that I actually ordered a month ago. It just came in the mail that I was going to do a video on for you guys, but it just got in the mail. I guess there was some obviously delay in shipping and processing due to all this COVID stuff, but be on the lookout for a new interesting food video pretty soon. So thank you guys for rocking with me. Stay safe, please, please. Keep yourselves healthy. Don't go out there, you know, into public if you don't absolutely have to, unless it's for food or some essential item that you need at the grocery store. Seriously, man, because this stuff is getting crazy. It's like, you know, when it started in China way back, you know, in 2019, late 2019, they never thought it would get out of hand. And then it did, you know, and now here in the States, it's blowing up like crazy. So I think in my state alone, we're hitting almost 1,000 cases. And, you know, this week is projected to be the week with the highest number of deaths. So, you know, thoughts and prayers go out to those victims and their families. And, please, everyone, just stay strong in this time and we'll get through it. Spread love. Like I said, no matter what, it shouldn't just be in times like this that we love each other and spread positivity. Now more than ever, man, you got to go out there and do your part. Okay. Love you guys. Take care, please. And see you next time.